Hi, my name is Shady Miley. I play Link on Legend of Zelda.
I'm Snake. My name's Cole Sorello.
And I'm Bryan Amante. I play Waluigi.
Hi, my name's Emilio Acosta. You can call me Leo, and I play Bowser.
Hey guys, I'm Chris, and I play Luigi.
Hi, my name is Jobu, and I play Kayvon.
My name is Michael Lawton, also known as Swiftwind, also known as that sexy beast. What character? Oh, I played a wizard. What's his name? Kamek Mao! You slut! Stop with your claws. Oh, Darkling. That was also Darkling.
Hi, I'm Sean, also known as Toasted Toast. I play the role of Joker in this pretty cool series.
I'm Kayvon. I go by they or he, and I play Master Hand.
Hey guys, my name is Arius Sanders. I play Toadsworth.
Hello there, Will Brower here, and I play Mario on Smash Bros.
Hey everyone, my name's CJ LeBay. I played the God of Light in Super Smash Bros. It was a fantastic time. I think the part that I enjoyed the most was the fight scenes that we got to direct. I've never been a part of anything like that, and may not be able to see them. I believe that they are going to be part of the director's cut, but even just being involved with the project was a lot of fun. I mean, everybody there is super talented, and I was just glad to be a part of it.
Hey guys, I'm Billy. I played the God of Darkness in Super Smash Bros. And although not in it a lot, I think my favorite thing being a part of it personally was the fact that I finally got to play a villain for the channel, which is something I haven't really gotten to do. And although a few scenes didn't make it into the final cut and they're more of a director's cut, still had a great time, and it overall is a great experience. Was a great experience, and can't wait for everybody's reaction.
Did I enjoy the choreography in the show? It's both a yes and no. Yes, I love choreographing stuff. No, because I wasn't able to do it as much because of my busy schedule because of college. Also, yes and no. Yes, I like playing Bowser. No, costume can be comfortable a little bit sometimes. That's why I tend to go shirtless for Bowser, because it's just much more comfortable.
How was choreography? It was very fun. Something I haven't really done before, but it really did work out. A lot of very interesting, very simple stunts that we were able to pull, and really helped sell the scenes that we were doing. It was a very good time. So much fun. Was it comfortable wearing normal clothes? Absolutely. Obviously everyone has their own kind of style when they were kind of creating these characters, and since they're obviously not based off, they are based off the actual Nintendo characters, but with Joker I feel like it was definitely a lot easier to pull something a little bit more casual and kind of give it my own kind of flair to the character itself. To clear any confusion, this isn't Joker from the DC universe. That would have been an Injustice series if that were the case, but this is not Super Smash Bros. So obviously we're going on with the kind of Smash Bros. Ultimate with the DLC, with Joker being there and all of that. So let's not get anything too confused, let's not get it too twisted. This is Joker from Persona 5, and this is not going to be a canon depiction of Joker, though there will be elements of the character here. Just so you fans can not get mad about it. This is just a fun thing.
This was not an easy project, probably because we all had conflicting schedules. So a lot of what you see in this series, we're probably not even in the same place on the same day. So it's a lot of in-camera trickery and visual effects editing and a bunch of other stuff that we're doing to try to make it appear we're all in one scene.
Yeah, definitely the hardest thing regarding this whole shoot compared to I don't want to really say a normal shoot, but shoots that I've been a part of normally, has mostly been playing everyone's schedule. There's a lot of politics that you have to play behind the scenes to make sure everything works, to make sure the scenes make sense along with everything else that we have to shoot, because not everyone's in the same location. Yeah. There was a script and then we had to rewrite it because of one reason or another. So I'd say it's definitely been a struggle, but I'm very proud of the end result at the moment, and I'm very happy to be with you guys here on this final day.
It was a little bit harder because we had a lot of problems with organization, I would say that, and planning mostly. No, I won't say it was your fault because like no one was taking this as a serious project, so we're always putting it as, you know, a second plan. No. And I think everyone had different priorities regarding the project, so yeah, organization was the biggest problem so far.
I would definitely say organization was our biggest issue, but I would also argue that another issue that we should do regarding the future is just like actually having a solid plan, which I will take some of that blame for. There were some things that we could have, and I'm not saying this to doubt the final product because I know the final product's gonna be great. But what I am gonna say is like in the future, something that I would like to accomplish in my own career is just like having a plan much earlier in advance and sticking with it versus like coming up with stuff maybe days right before we start shooting and stressing out about it.
Or on the spot.
Or on the spot. My hairline's going far back enough than it's supposed to be.
The one that I shot with Kayvon was it's kind of like a talking scene.
Oh yeah, the throne room scenes.
Yeah, the throne room scene.
How will they defeat us? We have more power. What are you even doing? We have to attack now.
You think you can give me orders? I ask you for Mario.
I was up top in like the table over there, and
The
chair was
throne.
suspended.
The throne on top of the throne.
That was pretty fun. So yeah.
Well, at first, my favorite scene was when I was fighting Mario, and then I turned into Crazy Hand for the first time, and I did the whole thing where I grabbed the saber. That was a lot of fun, except for when you actually got hit that one time.
Ah, good times.
But no, my favorite scene is when Master Hand is arguing with Bowser. Because that may or may not have stirred some things for some people who have seen it. Like, we got confirmation that that scene was very
There was a lot of
interesting.
There was a lot of sexual tension during that.
What made me really happy though is that it wasn't even like my idea. You wrote the scene, and then the way you wrote the scene, it just sounded so sexual to everyone, and Emilio's just like, I have an idea.
It's going off of Star Wars language, yes, my master, and then it's like, yes, my man. It sounded
It's
so.
just everything between Bowser and Master Hand just sounded like they were a toxic couple. Bowser, are you ready to prove your loyalty to me?
Yes, my.
It sounds so. Okay.
Yes, my master.
Yes, master. Yes, master. Master.
As the one gay person here, this sounds so gay.
Agent Stone.
And then their argument that turned into that tiny fight just made it even more so.
It's just Agent Stone and Eggman.
Except I'm like, ooh, me as Eggman, that's kind of hot. Specifically movie Eggman.
My favorite scene probably would have been like the fight with Crazy Hand and Master Hand. That was really, really cool. Really, really fun. We actually just did it, as per recording this video, we did it yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. It was very sweaty and a lot of hard work, but it was fun.
Worth it.
Yeah, Kayvon does a really good job as Crazy and Master Hand, and you'll see a lot of that in the fight. And we did a lot of like really cool moves, and I think we have that synergy because we also did Saber Comp together when we did it like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
So it really reflects that in the scene.
I know Bryan's least favorite scene.
Wait, which one do you think it is?
I'm thinking of the one where he announces that we're about to do the tournament arc.
Yeah.
Bryan is a big fan of anime tournament arcs.
Obviously, we watched Hunter x Hunter together, and he was so in love with that arc.
Trying to find the damn garage, because it was before my scene the day I went back to the garage. Trying to find the garage with Rush, because at one point we got lost, we got turned around, and then we had to look to make sure we weren't doing anything illegal at one point. And we were trying to find the right location. We got stressed trying to make sure we were doing legal shit, and then we found the garage, and then after an hour of watching them prepare for a shot, Michael finally got there, and I was in the Shadow Mario costume, so I was hot as hell, just waiting for my scene.
Oh my god.
So we got lost. I guess not. I wouldn't say almost got arrested, but it was one of those days where we're like, are we gonna get arrested for this? We found the garage, and it was just a lot of waiting and wondering, so that was my least favorite day. It looked good. My least favorite day, though.
What would you say was your favorite day, though? Like, the best day for you, the one that you're gonna really reflect and be like, that was filming Smash.
My favorite day was filming the tournament stuff on the stage where Waluigi was fighting Solid Snake, and I had to acquire all the fake blood. David showed up for the cool camera shots. I think that was earlier in that same day.
That's literally the same day.
So
David.
early,
Yeah.
you know, early in the day was my favorite time. Later in the day was my worst favorite time. So
Yeah.
same day, different hours of the day.
Yeah. A fun fact, for this shoot, we really wanted to wrap up as fast as we could.
Meat part favorite part. Garage least favorite part.
Favorite day for me was the one that we all filmed the stuff at the arena and then later at the parking garage and on the roof with David. That was super cool.
Yeah.
That was a nice day. It was a lot of moving parts had to work, but in terms of least favorite day, I don't know.
I can tell you my least favorite day. It was probably... I would say it was probably actually your favorite day. And the reason I'm saying that is because of misplanning and everything. So I'm in charge of like organizing the film at the moment, at least with my team. And like the hardest thing by far is like getting everyone organized. And for at least an hour or so, we were trying to make sure everyone knew where to go on that rooftop, and that was probably far one of the most stressful things. And then David, who was our drone artist, who did a great job by the way, hit me with a last minute, I gotta go. So that was just a lot of on my plate. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna just say that that wasn't a good day overall. I had a lot of fun. While we were waiting for people, we were having like a ton of stupid sword fights, a bunch of great conversations. And honestly, I'd say the best part about this whole production and Zaandarbrow in general has just been the people. I've made some very good lifelong friends doing these projects, and that's why I'm very passionate about seeing it to the end, because I'm a sentimental person. I want to look back at this 5 years from now and just be like, I'm really glad that I got to push myself and do it.
Same.
Yeah, this is a kind of film I don't think I ever would have pushed myself to do alone. Like, you kind of need other people to do this with you, because it's not just fun and games.
Yeah, I personally would say my favorite day was yesterday. Because
Yeah.
we got to plan that whole fight, me and you. Especially with Amelia that also came up on the spot. I wasn't even aware he was going to come until the day.
No, we have been planning, me and Bryan have been planning that fight since, I want to say, right when the last episode of Zelda came out, like August of 20...
No, we had that plan out when we were writing the script.
Yeah, August of 2021.
And I remember that we flipped a coin to see who would actually win that fight. And unfortunately, he won.
Fortunately for me, fuck off.
Yeah, I wanted to win that.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Goddamn.
But
I didn't have my full strength, so yeah, I can say that.
Beating up Shady.
So,
Really easy.
So the third Dark Link fight.
Yeah, that was really cool. Our friend Shady,
Hi.
which, yeah, like, it's pretty cool, I guess. I'm just giving him crap because he's behind the camera. He spent his own money to rent an awesome studio and came up with a fight scene, fought him, slapped him around a bit, then he killed me. And it was fun.
I don't know, as Doesworth, there wasn't really much for me to do per se. I mean, I've had some talking lines and I filmed the fight scene earlier today, but I haven't had too much to do. It's mostly been the others playing characters with bigger roles.
I enjoy it for the most part. It's just hard getting me to actually come out most of the time because I'm kind of a recluse. I don't really like going outside much. But when I get out, I actually have a lot of fun and stuff. It's nice.
My favorite scene in Smash, I would have to say, is Mario versus Kamek, because quite honestly, the effects are on point right now, and we're wrapping them up with my new effects guy. They're looking really good, and Michael put in a lot of work to fight Mario, and I really liked filming. That was a fun scene to film. That was the funnest I've had on a film set, because it was just 1, 2, 3, mess up, oh, laughing, and then next scene, it looked badass, and it lasted a good hour, so it was a fun, easy thing to shoot. And my favorite scene, was that my favorite scene to film?
I think that was your favorite scene to film.
To
so
film.
what's your favorite scene in the show?
My favorite scene in the show is honestly when Shadow Mario escapes on the garage, on top of the garage, because it was really fun watching them trying to kill Kamek off, and then me just jumping down as Shadow Mario like, hello, on top of the garage with all the scenery. The garage was a really fun place to shoot, so that's my favorite scene in the movie, because it looked really cool.
I fuck up a lot, so...
Oh my fucking god. Anything with the wig. Like, I thought last year was so hard because I would do the slightest action and it would just fall off like it's nothing. And I thought this would be easier because beanie, right? Except, you know, since I directed half of it, my dumbass thought, you know what would be a good idea? What if I did a bunch of fucking flips while I'm at it, or like rolls or whatever? That's gonna make my life a lot easier. No, it comes right off. Here's like a montage of all of that.
Rolling and action.
Oh, fuck me, the wig.
What if the next show Link is just a brunette?
There is no next show.
I mean, the next
Move on.
project
Let it die.
of Link
It's dead.
is a
Stop digging it up.
brunette.
It's dead. This entire shoot is one thing.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh my god. No, actually, hang on a second. I remember my favorite day in the world right now. Like, truly nothing tops it, right? And I'm about to put this on your channel, so if you cut this out, I'll know. So, let me tell you about Brower over here, right? let me tell you about, so we were doing a shoot. I think this is like the very last time we were all together. We had to go back downtown to actually reshoot some of the rooftop scenes, right? And I asked Brower, hey, can you go get us some water while we're meeting you at Mead Park? You want to tell this part or should I?
This is not a blooper, but I put diesel in my car by accident.
He didn't just put diesel, he filled it up. He filled his fucking car up with diesel.
I was like, wait, this isn't fitting in. Oh shit.
Oh shit, man. This man left his car in Bryan's parking lot for like a weekend and then had to get it towed. God bless your AAA.
Anytime.
You innocent poor man.
Okay, favorite blooper? Just like anytime, because I'm sure Brower's gonna make like a whole video or something. Just anytime that I forget my lines is really funny because like sometimes they're just like the simplest lines, and I like remember in my brain like all the complicated ones, but it's like the small lines for whatever reason that that I forget sometimes. So
I'll go and scout the area. Ah, God.
Probably those. Those are probably my favorite kind of bloopers.
It's not part of this production, but it's definitely my favorite blooper by far.
I kept on telling the camera person to scoot back. To scoot back. He was on top of the mat that I was supposed to fall on, and he did not move. This close. And then this person right here caught the camera, which is like probably a $20,000 camera. Hey yo.
Hi, Jeremiah.
But yeah, that was a funny blooper. That was a good fight, too.
Oh yeah, I'm very proud of that fight. What was your favorite blooper by far?
My favorite blooper by far was getting hit in the face by my Ultra Saber hilt by Master Hand. Because in the scene when Crazy Hand attacks Mario, he grabs my beam sword and hits me with the hilt. I leaned in too far forward, and I got a scar for about a week on my head. And literally, that day was fun. Other than some awkward people at the park, that day was fun because it was like, oh my god, go to the bathroom, cover up the blood, and it was just like scars. Came on and Rush got so worried, and I'm just walking back here, I don't feel too dizzy, but I can still film this fight.
Oh
So
my god.
we finished filming the fight. It was good. I just remember leaning in forward, getting hit with the hilt on my Ultra Saber, which is metal, by the way.
Not a
Favorite
fun
blooper.
I don't get the opportunity to act a lot for other people's projects, so when it's just kind of fun to be able to let loose and play a character that it can be entertaining or it could be emotional or anything, just to kind of break away from the usual habit of stressing about the shoot and maintaining continuity and things like that. It's just kind of fun to just kind of let loose and just go with the flow. So
For me personally, I've always been a director, and whether this is a blessing or a curse, I'm a huge perfectionist. I have to get things done exactly like how I think it should go. And I don't know necessarily if that's a good or bad quality, but I will almost I will hyper focus. I'm very obsessive in getting it done. So I would say definitely directing, definitely being an AD would be it. I also love cinematography, so I would say I'm either a cam op, AD, or directing, but probably mostly directing.
Brower.
Hi.
What drew me to play Bowser in the first place was literally Brower saying, "Hey, play this guy." I'm like, you know what? Let's do that.
But there was nothing specific. There was nothing about Bowser that was yeah, why not? Compared to Gideon.
Well, Gideon's a different story.
Exactly.
Because I'm a medieval geek and medieval nerd, right? I love Gideon's character. Bowser, on the other hand, he's just fun.
Fun playing the villain.
The highlight of the show actually is just the fun characters, and surprisingly enough, the character interactions, the talking parts. That's what actually I'd say.
Get to know them more.
Yeah, it's getting to know them.
I chose Link in the first place because, as you guys know from my last interview, I've actually played Link before when I was a kid. Back in 2016, or 2014 to 2016 I should say, I had a show called Live Action Zelda on my YouTube channel, and
we have so much in common.
Right, and that was kind of its own thing for a little bit, and I never thought I'd touch Link again, because I did not do a good job. That being said, a few years later, Brower hit me up after SaberCom and said, "Hey, would you be interested in playing Link?" And I thought, this is gonna be a weird, kind of cool, coming full circle kind of thing. So I was like, yeah, of course I'll play Link, why not? And here I am. We started in 2019, and here I am in 2022, wrapping up my role 3 years later. My favorite part about playing Link, though, is that compared to what I did when I was a kid to now, is first of all, he speaks, which is new. But I like the idea of playing a guy, because Link has a little bit of layers. He started off as this kind of cocky Thorish guy from Thor 1, all the way to kind of just being a little bit more humbler and learning how to accept friends because of all the trauma and anxiety he's faced throughout this show. I like arcs, I like developing people, because no one's ever the same after a course of 2 years, and it's been fun to see his transformation.
I don't think I was given a choice to play Snake. I think I was just hey, if you have any videos you want me to help with, I can act. And Brower went up to me and was like, "What's your favorite video game?" I was like, Minecraft. Snake. Solid Snake. That's who you'd be. I'm like, okay. Favorite part about playing him is through the videos that Brower's done for Zaandarbrow. Snake was never really a complicated character. He kind of always had his missions, he always just kind of accomplished them and maybe had a couple setbacks here and there, but there wasn't anything personal about him. He was just kind of a foot soldier. So at least for this series, as you'll come to watch, we kind of dive into the complexity of the character a bit and the morality he's going through. And also, sometimes I just get to be a goofy little dumbass, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, it was just nice to get into a darker, deeper headspace, as opposed to just a goofy one, so.
Anyway. Well, I think ended up in the same situation as Cole, you know, because because when I first met Brower, he told me about the Smash project, and he was like, "Oh yeah, our Waluigi just quit, and we need someone else to play him." I was like, "Okay, I don't mind. I would like to go back to acting. You know, I've been acting since I was a kid in Brazil." So when he offered me, I was like, "Okay, that can be fun." You know, I know Shady was already doing Link. So I thought working with them could be fun, could be different, something to do in my spare time. And I would say my favorite part to play that character would be to actually when we planned out, because for Smash, me and Shady, we pretty much wrote the main events of the whole story, and then Brower went ahead and wrote the parts in between. So we got to develop the characters more or less, or have an idea of how they were gonna played out. So that was cool.
I thought the best part about him being Waluigi was the original character created by Nintendo is tall, weak, and ugly, yet they cast a beautiful, strong, short man.
I love you, but fuck you.
Our Wario was taller.
Just something I'd like to add, just for the sake of the interview. When I was thinking about it in hindsight, I low-key kind of wanted to swap their roles, have him play Waluigi and have him play Snake, because it made more sense in my head, but I'm very happy with the casting.
Are you calling me tall, lanky, and ugly?
Yes.
Thanks. Your life. Run while you still can. Run, 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 go. Leave. Maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe on your way out, but you know, run. We're trapped here. This is a never-ending cycle. If you continue to play the series on loop, we are just stuck playing the same characters over and over and over again. You just gotta leave while you still can. Listen, guys,
we don't have a way out.
No,
just
we're in this
all
together.
we can do is make sure they're never gonna get into this.
It's okay.
But we don't have a choice.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Unreal though. I would like them to take away to subscribe to Ultra Swag Time. No, I'm kidding. What I would like them to do is like take away kind of like our message of the story a little bit, which is you have friends in the most unlikely of places. You have friends in places that are unpeculiar, which I just said. I'm basically repeating myself, but your friends will be forged in places that your worst enemy today could be your best friend tomorrow. And honestly, maybe that's a blessing.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. I'm Bryan playing Waluigi. Follow me on YouTube, Bryan Setamonte, and on Instagram, B_RY02. And yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Cole Sorello. I'm here playing Solid Snake. I'm the hardest person you will ever find.
Chill. Now continue.
What the fuck? Hey guys, it's me, Cole Sorello, playing Soft Snake. Very, very soft. All the time.
Yeah, bro.
I play Solid Snake in the Smash Bros. Series. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and that's it. I don't know. I feel like plugging myself is a little bragging, so you know. If you'd like to, if you want to. Link down in the description. Thanks, I'm making you do that.
Link is me. Hi guys, Shady and Miley here. At this point, you should already know who I am from the Zaandarbrow channel. Check me out on Ultra Swag Time. I also have my Shady O'Miley account on YouTube. Shady O'Miley is mainly used for like my vlogs, while Ultra Swag Time is used for more like the high-end quality stuff that I end up putting out, like a movie
Jerry
or,
the Snowman.
Jerry the Snowman, which he played, very recently we started doing more like challenge videos, like the 300 video sub special, which he was in. We're gonna be putting out more videos soon as this show's out. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm a photographer, and if you're around the Orlando area, please hire me. I would love some money.
Hire all of us, please.
Yeah, yeah.
We
leave
me
money.
out. I'm going home.
Hire him in P.
Okay, before
the bad state.
July, hire us as a team.
New Jersey, fuck you. From Pennsylvania
and.
I mean, aside from Master Hand, I think we interact with, of course, Bowser interacts with Mario. Oh yeah, yeah. Bowser interacts with Mario, and that interrogation scene was pretty funny. So, yeah, and every fight scene that I did here was fun.
The fight between the fight between Master Hand and Luigi went way better than I thought it was going to, and Chris and I were exhausted. Like, it went so well, and we had so much fun doing it. But I'm so surprised at how well it went. So in regards to chemistry in combat, definitely Luigi and Master Hand. That was so fun. Chris did such a good job with that smack.
Literally right after.
And the way he was using it as a staff was awesome. Anyway, go on.
Right after we left, he was like, you know what, maybe I should join Saber Comp again.
Chris makes such a good sword fighter.
Other than it raining on us most of the day, it was fine.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Like it was really nice to be back after being gone for a while. And I still am like, technically on hiatus, but I did want to come back to like see it through and finish it and stuff like that. So I hope you guys really enjoy it. We should be doing Medieval again in a couple of months. We're just probably holding off. Again, right now it is coming. It's just really hot outside right now in Florida. Like after yesterday, I was just so drained because of how like hot and humid it was, but it is coming for sure. Oh, for cosplay, we recently went to MegaCon because I'm a big advocate for plus size people that cosplay, because I feel like we all deserve a space to be happy and safe and dress up as whoever you want. And so my big advice is just, if you're thinking about doing it, just do it and have fun doing it, and don't let what people say bring you down when it comes to cosplay, because for every one person that has something shitty to say, like there's like 3 other people there that can back you up. And I realized when we did the panel that it's always good to have a voice advocating for you, because it means a lot to somebody, and it provides like a safe space for people that are plus size or whatever your insecurity is to cosplay, whether you're like, because I'm also black, it's one of those things where like that's also something that hasn't been the easiest, but I feel like anyone should be able to do whatever character and have fun doing it no matter what you look like. So I feel like that's really important.
What I would like you guys to take away is that life is hard. Life can get in the way very easily. So if you ever want to do something, make sure that you plan for the worst, but don't let it stop you from doing what you want. Be prepared for something to go wrong, but don't let that fear prevent you from doing anything you want to do. If you want to draw, go ahead and draw. If you want to film something, go ahead and film something. If you want to cosplay, go ahead and cosplay. But there will always be some form of a hiccup. Be ready for it emotionally, and just still go for it. That's what I would take away, because life is rough, life is annoying. We had so much trouble just trying to film. Either something went wrong in our lives that we had to delay it again, or we just had financial issues just because we live here and everything is horrible.
And random guys on set.
Yeah, and that guy is... Okay, I'm pretty sure we spoke about this before, but I'm just gonna give you a little insider information, if it's okay, Brower.
Yeah.
We were filming a scene between, like, it was Brower, myself, and Emilio. We were filming a scene for Mario and Master Hand.
Yumi and Rush.
Oh yeah. No. It was Yumi and Rush. We were filming a scene for Mario and Master Hand, and this guy, his wife, and his child kept walking by. The wife and child were fine. The guy was harassing this woman who was practicing her dancing on a stage by herself, and then harassing us constantly during our filming. And he was so annoying and disgusting.
Shirtless.
Oh yeah, and he was shirtless. It was just some random shirtless
Not
white
good
guy.
looking.
He wasn't even attractive. Yeah, he wasn't even attractive. What did she see in him to even have a child? Anyway.
It wasn't even like, hey, cool outfits, can I take a photo with shirt? It was like, why you gotta do it? Oh my god, me too, and that's all, and you go, girl. And it's like, why?
I don't even want to recount it. It was so bad, and he wouldn't leave that girl alone.
It's like,
we tried to send him to the other side of the park because he kept asking us questions that were either weird, inappropriate, or just annoying.
It's like, yeah, get a girl, thank you, and bye, but no, he just kept on.
No, she didn't even
working.
say anything to him. She didn't even say anything to him. She tried her best to ignore him, but he just wouldn't leave her alone.
Yes, I would. I still am technically like on a break right now. I'm just trying to get to a place where things are just easier for me, because with bills and stuff and work is extremely draining. I work at Universal Studios, and it's a great job, and I do have fun, but at the same time, it is very, very draining because I'm just around so many people, and not all of them are the nicest all of the time. And so whenever we do have filming days, it's whenever I have the energy to do it. Yeah. So I do want to return for sure. I just need some time.
Prior, like 2 years ago, for any Mario stuff.
Yeah, we've definitely come like a long way with a lot of our stuff. And so I think it can only really go uphill from here, and I think we still have stuff that we can improve on, because I feel like when we're creators, like, we should always be looking to improve in some way. Like, even when it comes to cosplay, since I cosplay on the side, like, I'm always looking at, like, even when I take photos of my cosplay for, like, Instagram and stuff like that, I'm always looking at ways to improve everything. And add details and stuff like that I probably didn't have on a cosplay before. So it's like, it's cool and fun to like be able to say that, to look at our progress from like 2 years ago and say that that's so much of that has changed, and we've gotten so much better at this thing, and we would probably look at it like 2 years from even now and be like, hey, like that thing that we did before, we even improved on that. So I always think that there's always room to improve, and we should always strive to improve. For sure.
Definitely, 100%, definitely heavy improvement. It definitely comes down to you getting better in regards to your writing, you having all the best people that you could find helping you with your choreography and planning things out, and definitely in regards to, well, your writing and editing team helping you out as well. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I may not be the best of friends with everyone, but everyone does a good job. You put your heart and soul into this, and I'm so sorry that it took so long because life is terrible.
I'm actually pretty used to it, because it wouldn't be the first time that that our schedules like don't line up, because sometimes we do have to shoot things like with no one else there and like talking to nothing, because like we just all the actors in the cast usually have like a different schedule.
Like the Bowser and Mario fight where he's talking to Luigi. Luigi was not there that day.
Yeah, shout out to you, Emilio. I've seen so much of what you've done with Bowser, and it's incredible. And I am kind of sad that we didn't get to do like actual scenes together, but I did think of you while we were doing stuff. So I hope that it like all translates well when it all comes together.
This is literally what I did. This is what I did. Here, have a hat. I am Bowser.
We literally just played off of the hat, which was great. So I think it'll all translate really well. And also just a big shout out to the cast for being so patient, because I know it hasn't been the easiest with me being gone for so long, but I also think it's a good way to segue into when it comes to boundaries and when it comes to like your mental health or anything like that, don't be afraid to advocate for yourself. And if you need that time away from whatever you're doing, whether it's like work or projects or whatever, I think having the time to re-energize and get to a point where you can do it and do it to the best of your ability is so much more important than getting it out just to get it out. No matter what, like if you're
Health
feeling
over
shitty,
quantity.
yeah, like feeling shitty and doing it, it's just not gonna like translate well, as well as if you are at 100%. So don't be afraid to like tell people your boundaries, and because I'm still learning mine every day, and it's really helpful to have friends that understand when you need those boundaries up.
Mm-hmm.
So take care of yourself. Drink a lot of water, because especially if you're Floridian and watching this, because it is hot. Hydrate before you dehydrate. Yeah, I feel like Luigi has gotten a lot of like character development. I think that would be really cool to see Luigi do like his own thing for a while and see where that goes. I also just like wouldn't mind if like somebody else took over for a while and we got to see like some other characters, or if we acted and did something completely different. Who knows? Because we like, as much as I love Mario, and we're still gonna continue doing it, I like also love that our channel has become this thing where we kind of just do other things. So maybe we'll explore other things. You don't know. I love the reactions that we get for like the skits and stuff like that too. So I'm hoping.
Does that mean we might have Christmas save the world?
maybe as like a guardsman or something like that. Or like a skit or something like that, because I did love doing the skits because they're just random and really funny. So
whenever we do something stupid, it's a learning point to have it on camera.
Yeah, because I love the skits because you kind of get a glimpse of just like us without like really acting, like how we just are for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for being subscribed to the channel. Thanks for being patient with me while I'm gone. I really hope you guys enjoy Smash Bros. When it comes out. If you guys want to see all my cosplay stuff, my handle is Quesadilla Cosplay. I'm sure Brower will put it in the description or something somewhere. And I do hopefully plan on Twitch streaming this year if I can get everything set up, because I play a lot of Genshin Impact. I play like just a bunch of other games. I just finished The Last of Us Part 2, which I know I'm like super late on, but literally one of the most incredible games I've ever played. So we'll do stuff, like play random stuff, and Brower has his channel, so like maybe I'll just pop in at some point.
Feel free to solo stream on mine one time.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, maybe I'll just like hop in on Brower's and just
featuring Chris Cross.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna happen this year for sure.
Very much so, because you're usually dragging my ass all over the place, so.
Glad you enjoy it.
Honestly, Master Hand is probably my favorite character that you've had me play. Although I will say, as fun as it is for me to play Crazy Hand, and you're gonna argue this, I know that, there is nothing about me that's even the least bit intimidating. I am tiny. Well, I'm not weak. We've established that. But I am a tiny, non-intimidating baby.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I mean, that's true. But as fun as it is for me to play Master Hand and Crazy Hand, I'm still surprised that you think I make a good villain. I'm not scary. But I really did like it. Well, seeing as how I technically just threw together the Crazy Hand outfit, I'm going to say, in regards to comfort, I like the Crazy Hand outfit. In regards to style, you already know that I'm all about the Master Hand. It's a little bit more extravagant than what I would normally consider to wear, but my actual style that I usually go for, other than what I just wear when I want to throw something on, it's basically Master Hand. Just a little less extra.
My Instagram is Might of Acosta. Just search that up. Acostia.
I'll put it right here.
Yeah, you'll put it right here. And my YouTube channel. I haven't really started up my YouTube channel yet, so yeah, that's it. Subscribe to Zaandarbrow.
You're finally done. Up top.
Yay. Phase 2 coming soon.
Again, my name's Kayvon. You can find me on Prince Halu for Instagram, or just Kayvon Logan for Twitter. I suggest go for Instagram. But yeah, I do art, I sometimes cosplay, and I love you guys.
A lot of the time we spent in the rain, we didn't have to. We just decided to walk down some trail because it was my idea, but I was gonna wait for it to stop raining, but Bryan was like, "Oh, let's go ahead and go." I was like, "Fuck it."
It's starting to rain, but we said, fuck it, we want to walk down this trail to see where it leads. Because we're crazy.
We had been filming on that walkway for a long time. I was kind of like, I wonder what's on the other end of it. Feels pretty good, because that means I can stop worrying about it. One less thing to worry about. Once again, guys, this has been Arius as Toadsworth, and I don't know, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on there.
Zaandarbrow. Zelda was the first time that I really went from traditional fight choreography and kind of went more stage combat-ish, and it turned out like more of a story than the fight itself, so that was fun. And again, beating up Shady is always a bonus. Oh, it was wonderful. I got to show off my glorious glowing hair.
What's your biggest takeaway, or what's the biggest thing you regret from the show? Anything you would have done differently?
I was sad that Kimmik actually died this time. That was interesting. That was a good touch to like build him up, like he's back and he's more powerful than ever, and then use him as an establishing for the other bad guy. Like that was a pretty good touch, even though I'm sad that Kimmik's dead. I think that it was cool that he came back. I was really happy to do Dark Link again. It's a really fun character to do. And I mean, technically he's a product of Link's mind, so is he really ever dead?
Maybe. Maybe there's a fourth one. We'll never know.
Koopa Trooper.
Koopa Trooper.
No. Let's see. Who would I like to be?
I have a few people in mind, but I'll let you say it
It would
first.
have to be a bad guy. I like being bad guys. They're fun. Who's another bad guy?
I can see you being a Meta Knight for a Kirby show.
Oh, Meta Knight would be sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're opening up to non-Mario too.
Well, we've always done that with Link and Snake.
Dark characters. Just like anything that's like a dark character. Oh, you mean like all the Full Sail stuff I did? For free? Which I normally charge a surplus of $200 of being a stunt coordinator, but I was being nice to Full Sail students and being a stunt coordinator for free just in hopes of getting footage.
Got some animosity there.
It's great. Anger.
But how does it feel being able to have this footage?
It's always nice to see what you do and put your work into.
What else would you like to do?
A hero would be fun. But like my specialty, I do voice acting, I do acting in general. Like my personality matches actually comedic roles better, but dark roles are just so much fun. It's always fun being a good bad guy. I mean, anybody can be a hero, but to be the antagonist. Doing stuff with Brower, doing stuff for YouTube, entertaining people, it's fun. I like entertaining people. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. But my passion.
On your own channel. Oh, it's my wife.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of ideas. I've been establishing characters on my YouTube channel, Wolf and Swift. Check it out. Good quality Let's Plays and good quality content. I do have some ideas for some short films, but they require time and money, so if I ever take off on YouTube and get enough money to do them, oh yeah, I have some great ideas. Okay. And also subscribe to Wolf and Swift when I hear they are pretty cool.
See you inside of my tummy.
Why Nintendo? Because one year I was watching a little show I'd like to call Stupid Mario Brothers on YouTube.com, and it inspired me because they were just kids in their backyard making movies, and I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. Let's get the same costumes, and then I fell in love with Nintendo.
And if I remember correctly, this isn't like your first time making most of these movies. You've made a Link movie before. You made a Solid Snake movie before. You want to elaborate on that and why you kind of went in the pattern that you did, which is kind of repeating what you've already done?
Well, pretty much the reason why I wanted to repeat my high school videos was to, one, make it better and not suck as much. Because in high school, I was just like, let's go episode by episode, because I had nothing to do in high school, so we were free all the time. And we made like a few seasons of Young Mario Bros, sadly. And then we did Solid Snake, and then we wanted to do what Marvel did, like make movies and then make the Avengers, like what we're doing now. And with Solid Snake, we had military gear, because I think one of my friends was in the military and he had leftover army stuff. Let us use it. And then with Link, I've always been just a fan of medieval stuff, so I did Link next. And I didn't really play any other games besides those two, so I just went, alright, Smash Bros is next, right? And so we did that, and then we just kind of went off with that material, like making Phase 1, Phase 2, and now we're here.
Well, now that begs the question, now with this new incarnation, why did you decide to incorporate, let's say, Waluigi?
Waluigi, because now that I've actually played some Nintendo games, I've always felt bad for Waluigi not getting his own game, so we made him his own movie.
You felt bad about Waluigi over Wario?
Yes, Wario had WarioWare, he had Wario's Adventure or something like that.
Yeah, I guess he is kind of the black sheep. He's not even in Smash Brothers.
Right.
Now let's talk about kind of the build up to this. So, as most of you guys might know, there have been some recasting, I should say. There's definitely been a ton of production issues, especially with, or from what I understand, Zelda. So I guess my question really is like, let's start back with Solid Snake, right? All the way back out in 2019, you just wrapped up Unknown Plumber Season 2. What was it in 2019 that made you decide it's time? Because I know Season 3 wasn't necessarily canceled at the time, so what was the initial plan? You were going to have 2 shows running concurrently, or why did you decide to start when you did it?
The reason why I chose to make little shorts, like short films instead of seasons, because every time I made a season, either one of my friends would be busy or being not free at all, moving away half the time, so we had to cancel the next season. So I'm like, you know what, instead of making cliffhangers and not knowing if I'm going to be able to film stuff next time, let's just make one movie and finally have the end on the title, so next time we do make a movie, it'll be like, alright, this guy for this movie and this guy for this movie, instead of, hey, are you free next season? No, I moved. Oh shit, okay.
Is that what happened with Unknown Plumber?
Yes, everyone got new jobs and couldn't film anymore.
Let me interview you a little bit about Unknown Plumber, because that was kind of the show that's currently your most popular show on YouTube.
Thank you, but hey, watch our other shit.
Yeah, well, that begs the question though, what in your mind made Unknown Plumber more successful than anything else?
I feel like because it was the first spin-off Mario show I did, when it's just Mario, because it was just usually Mario teaming up with someone else. But in this show we were focusing on Mario's storyline, which was sucky in the first season, oh, Amnesia, no one did that before, with the amazing acting, and my still kind of old editing. Season 2 is when I actually learned how to do lightsaber effects. And pretty much I think what people were watching about it is, alright, what is it? This show's not great, but I want to see what happens, pretty much.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, one of your most popular videos is, as a matter of fact, the season 2 finale.
Season 2 finale.
Yeah. So let me ask you another question for most of the audience watching who have been waiting 3 years. What was season 3 going to be like?
Season 3 was going to be us defeating the big bad, which was going to be the God of Darkness, Seiya, which was one of my friend's original characters back in the day. And they just got really busy and couldn't film with us anymore, so we had to like do something else. But the ending was we had this character Taboo in Young Mario Brothers, who, if you play Smash Bros, Taboo is the kind of the God of Light in that game in Brawl, but like kind of like Master Hand's master, I would say, the guy who turns everyone into trophies. So we were gonna have him be the end villain, like, I'm gonna overthrow Seiya, and then it's gonna end with us winning. Well, Mario was originally gonna die in that show, but, you know, ended up dying in Smash. So, hey. I mean, this is after the show,
Yeah.
so.
Well, at the time of recording, today is June 5th, so Save the World Episode 9 just aired with a certain unknown character in it. So my real question is Unknown Plumber really canceled, or is it living on? Like, what is exactly your plan moving forward with the Unknown Plumber franchise?
I would say Unknown Plumber is canceled, but Save the World is kind of like the No Way Home for Tobey Maguire and Neil, aka Billy. So if all my shows don't get, if some of my shows don't get finished, I can just finish it and Save the World episodes, because that's a multiverse show.
So in a way, we're gonna see the finale for Unknown Plumber and Save the World?
Basically, just in a different aspect.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now let's get back to Smash, because that's probably what we want to talk about. So, I joined with Legend of Zelda back in 2019, and that was by far the longest production we ever had. I helped you co-direct that movie, and now I'm back once again helping you co-direct this movie, despite the fact that we had to work around a lot of things
Thanks, COVID.
that I won't necessarily break publicly. But my question really is like, how has it been like directing, working with me a second time around?
Second time around is definitely a lot easier, because the first time around we were just jumping off each other's schedules half the time.
Mhm.
And when we got onto set, we didn't really have much planned. We just said, let's film this scene and make it look cool. Here's a bunch of reshoots. Retaking shots is so annoying when you think the first shot is good.
Mhm.
This time was a lot easier doing camera angles, because even though we did retake a lot of shots, it was tiring. It looked a lot better this time around, because now we know what we're doing.
Let me give you guys word to the wise. Storyboard, especially if you're a writer, storyboard, that makes life so much more easy than a lot of people think, because like that is partly the reason why we had to reshoot last time. There was no planning at all, and now we pretty much planned the most minute detail, especially when we had the film with Cole and Bryan, which actually leads me to my next question. So Cole and Bryan, this is really like, they were of course in like, you know, this Christmas special, but this is really the first time that you've actually really worked with them. So I guess is like, what's your opinion on them? Did they do a good job? And you know, how are you gonna look back at Cole and Bryan's work moving forward?
Cole and Bryan are really good actors and really fun actors to be around. Cole more than Bryan, because Bryan just like he's good at what he does, but his role comes more to like setting up the scene. Cole really is really good at acting, so like with his facial expressions. Bryan's really good at setting up the scene. So I mean, hey, they're both fun to act with, but one does this more better than the other, and the other does that better than the other. So either way, having them both on set really intertwines it and helped us a lot put the behind the scenes and the acting in one. And that really helped us a lot, because one's good at this, one's good at that, and they're both in it. So it helped me a lot to plan stuff out.
Right.
And they're really helpful when it comes to planning out different episodes.
Yeah, because like Bryan helped me mostly write like their scenes, while Cole was mostly like
They keep you on track.
Yeah, it's Cole more than Bryan, if I'm being honest. But like,
Why?
And if me personally, the way I'm gonna look back at both of them is like, I'm gonna look back at Bryan as a huge workaholic, and I'm gonna look back at Cole as someone who is probably the smartest person in the room. He's extremely talented, extremely fun to work with, but also at the same time he doesn't take a lot of shit, and he reminds me of me in that sense. But he's just far more creative, and I have to thank. There's a specific scene that we directed, or I directed, in this film. I don't want to give it away, but it involves me and Bryan and someone else, and I think...
Well, this is after Smash, so we can see what we want.
This is the third Darkling fight, and it would not have been half as good had it not been for both of them and Michael and Emilio, as a matter of fact. Shout out to Emilio for being an amazing choreographer. He replaced Michael this time around with helping us figuring out movement. Yeah. Which actually goes to another question, like... You didn't really work with Michael that much this time. You worked more with Emilio. What would you say is like the differences between the both of them? And what would you say Emilio's really added?
For Emilio, I worked a lot more with Emilio rather than Michael. Indeed. Emilio's way better at sword combat, like saber fighting and sword play. Michael's a lot better, well, he's good at both, but he's better than Emilio at hand-to-hand combat. So I choreographed most of the hand-to-hand combat scenes with Emilio, like Mario and Bowser, but Emilio did most of the saber fighting because he is our knight in our medieval series, and he helped a lot with swordplay. But this is more modern day, so I had to step in with more hand-to-hand. And he just is really good at telling me where to go because I'm usually attacking, and he'll help me a lot how to defend when other people are attacking because I'm usually 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's like, and now spin and turn around, and I'm like, oh right, there's other moves. But Michael's better at hand-to-hand, and Emilio's better at swordplay.
I would definitely say Michael's definitely more agile. I think by far Emilio's better at instructing than Michael personally.
Yeah.
Because Emilio will break it down and give you sequences almost as if it was a dance, especially with the Darkling fight. There's a whole like segment to be made about what Emilio really did. I got him for both those days, and he added so much. He is the reason that fight is as good as it is. And I almost forgot to shout out David. David brought his
amazing camera,
his black magic onto our white studio, which is probably the most expensive thing that we've ever paid for here on Zaandarbrow.
Yeah.
$180 for the white studio. And that begs another question. So we took a lot of like leaps of faith here. Mario's death, the white studio, the way we killed Kamek, bringing back Dark Link, and killing him. Not really, he wasn't really real, but point being, we killed him.
Bringing back Shadow Mario and killing him again.
Yeah, so I guess out of all these risks, like, do you feel like you're happy with the final product?
I'm really happy with the final product of Smash because it ties up every loose end, and I can say it's happy to put the end on a project because half the time it either gets cancelled or on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see that.
I really looked at like Zelda as kind of half a movie rather than its own, because when you really look at the way it ended as if the story wasn't done. Not necessarily as a cliffhanger, but as if there was more story to tell.
Yeah.
And this time around, maybe I took too much control, but I really do feel like Link has gotten a bigger arc than maybe he should have, but it really pays off with the Darkling fight, in my opinion. So my question is like, what is your opinion on how I handled Link?
How you handled Link this time around is, I'd say, a lot more driven than last time, because last time Link was just, what's this? What's going on? What's happening? And in Smash he's like, let's do this, we have to figure this out, let's go this way. Like, you were more of a leader than a follower this time, and it helped him get out of that shell of, I just need to defeat Ganon and save the princess, and he's like, no, I have to help my friends because they might die.
I'm glad you bring that up, because like I didn't think anyone was really going to notice that. The reason I did that was because in the last movie, if you really notice, Link never decided anything for himself. He, even his own destiny, even being this hero, it was morally forced on him by circumstance, and now he actually has the choice to want to be someone. And I like to think because of that, he chose to be a good man.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the future. So I've never discussed this publicly, but I've had many debates with you about the future of Smash, like what happens beyond it. I think this is going to be a good finale on itself, and I've definitely talked to you behind the scenes about what Link's future should be per se, but in case we never made it public, as a matter of fact, I guess you should be the one announcing what's the follow-up movies to this. Like, what's next? What's the next movie coming to Zaandarbrow near you?
The next thing coming to Zaandarbrow near you, well, we want to branch out into more original content. We're doing more Save the World. We're doing, like, maybe an Among Us skin or some horror films for Halloween. But for Smash, if I did want to continue Nintendo, as you all know, in high school I did Snake 2 and Link 2. Link 2 is no longer on the channel, but we did a reaction video because it was sucked. That was right before I left Jersey and came to Florida. I do want to complete the journey of making a Snake 2 and Link 2, but I do want to add new characters. Like, I do want to officially make the Luigi Chronicles that Lockett planned back in the day, and it never happened. And I do want to do a villain arc, because I never did like a show on villains.
Yeah.
I would love to do like a villain show, just with Bowser or something.
So, to kind of really answer the question, what's the next show? Like, the follow-up show is going to be...
I would say Solid Snake 2.
Solid
That's
Snake
what
2.
started in high school.
Original content, your high school stuff, this, that. So my question really is, 8 years from now, when you're at the 20-year anniversary of Zaandarbrow, do you see yourself remaking this again?
I don't think so. Like, I think I'll be continuing it, if anything. I don't want to remake this, because it's honestly pretty good. And even since I'm continuing it, like in other movies, I don't want to remake it, because I learned what I learned from college, I had other people helping me with it. It turned out pretty good. So, I don't see myself remaking this. If anything, I'll make other short spin-off films.
Short spin-off
Like
films?
of Nintendo characters, at most.
So you see this being like the current continuity, like no more young Mario Brothers, no more, what's it called? Unknown Plumber. Do you ever see yourself kind of doing something maybe outside of this MCU?
Oh yeah, like, I mean, other than original content.
Well, I mean Nintendo related, like
Nintendo related.
Like maybe another Mario show at some point.
Maybe another Mario show, but I would like to delve into... what are some other Nintendo games out there?
Metroid.
I do want to do Metroid at one point.
You could do...
Animal Crossing for a comedy.
Kirby.
Having me in like a pink sweatshirt.
Originally, me and David were gonna develop a Minecraft show, but that ended up never happening.
You know, Minecraft could be fun. A horror film at night where I'm trying to escape from zombies.
Slenderman, maybe.
Slenderman.
We've shot a lot. I think this is probably going to be your longest MCU movie to date, clocking in somewhere about 2.5 hours. So something about this shoot that I want to mention is that there were a lot of like 9 to 5s that we literally pulled off. We woke up very early to film some of this stuff.
Yeah, Bryan was the 9 o'clock, right?
No, it was actually Emilio.
Oh yeah, the early bird.
Everyone was trying to be an early bird. We wanted to wrap up. We wanted to do as much as we could in the sun. So just kind of give you some follow-up questions though at this point. Like, when you really look back at Smash now, you know, once it's out there, once it's posted, what are you going to be thinking about? Like I guess before I ask that, I should ask, how do you look back at Snake? How do you look back at Waluigi? How do you look back at Link? What is your instant impression and memories with those shows? Like, how do you feel about them in hindsight?
Looking back at this film, I would feel this is one of the funnest things I ever had to shoot, and also the most stressful things I ever had to shoot. I would say great casting, great friends on the side, and it was honestly just reminded me to have fun on set and not to worry about not making it a job.
I guess to kind of just wrap things up at this point with one final question. Are you happy with everything that's been like built up to Solid Snake, Waluigi, Quarantine, Link, Smash? You now, after 3 long years, developed it, and you know, like, the complication in a way paid off. You were able to pay off a lot of cool arcs, had some very charismatic people who are very talented at what they do. You said that at one point, like, just to have fun with a shoot, but honestly, I would argue that it was because of the complications that it made it cooler in a sense. There was a lot of cool payoffs.
It felt
towards
professional.
Not just professional, but like, for example, like the Darklink fight or the fight on the rooftop. Visually, those look aesthetically pleasing. What I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, despite those complications, wasn't the payoff worth it to you?
Payoff was definitely worth it, because now I can say I wanted to do something and I wanted to remake something and I did it. So that is pretty good. I'm happy with the product. And like the fact that everyone did their part and didn't like give up on it, so
not just that, but went above and beyond for most people.
Yeah. We hired effects guys.
hired effects guys, got Cole and Bryan to be extremely talented cinematographers. I myself putting down money for the White Room. Emilio and Michael doing literal choreography. Well, Emilio doing choreography, training, and Michael just kind of like doing his own like sense of sensei.
Sensei.
This was a very professional shoot. Like, this is something that I feel like this is a fan film, but this is your film, and not just that, but this is your art.
Yeah.
So despite it being a fan film, I guess my lesson to all you guys would be this: even if it's the most minute thing, take it as seriously as possible, because you never know what you're gonna regret.
Well, guys, thank you guys for watching this interview. I'm Will Brower, Zaandarbrow. My social medias are in the description below.
And I'm Shady O'Miley. My descriptions are below. And
my descriptions are below.
My descriptions are below. And hey, thanks for taking this interview.
Anytime. That's not your real hair.
Hell, you're already on a video right now, so why don't you go ahead and do that so you don't look like a total asshole?
Hey, I'm Melanie. I was only in one scene, but that's a wrap.